eShares isn't going to stay up, 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 and just continually go up, for the rest of the time. At some point, there's going to be pullbacks, and that's why you need to take that profit from eShares and put it back into EMP ETH LP, because that's going to drive the system, and it's also going to protect the rest of the ecosystem, which is going to allow everything in the ecosystem to flourish. And that's why it's very, very important to to put profits back into that pool, because ultimately that pool is going to make you e-shares, which you can use to you know take a paycheck with, put it in the boardroom, any number of things. And that we know that we know ETH is going to go up, and EMP is going to go up with that. And so let's do everything in our power to protect that, and take that profit from eShares when it's up. And don't be greedy, because eShares, like I mentioned earlier, was $600 30 days ago. And thinking it's going to go to $10,000 in 45 days, it's partly irresponsible, and being irrational. So please learn how to take profits and put them back in the spots that are going to help you earn for a long time. You
Absolutely,
back,
bro.
AJ?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I'm here. So, yeah, again, I second that. Welcome to everybody on YouTube land. Again, if you're on our Telegram, please join YouTube and have it running in the background. Mute that audio though, so we don't get feedback. But that will help get our numbers up. And yeah, I mean, both said it perfectly. I mean, yes, the market's bleeding overall, but nothing has fundamentally changed. On the economics, on the way our protocol operates, just the dollar values are down. I mean, everything else is functioning. Detonator is proving to be, the saving grace, I guess, if you even want to call it that. Recession proof, whatever terminology you want to put to detonator, it just goes to show how powerful. And again, we're the only protocol with detonator. So what does that say for these other protocols that are bleeding out and have no other way to earn other than the farms, which their APRs are dying? We have detonator, and that's a way to earn still in this sort of market condition. Around 1% a day. So that should really again um, reinforce everything that we're saying. And again, for those of you on YouTube, welcome. This is EMP.Money. This is our live AMA and daily detonator rollover. We had some massive liquidity enter detonator yesterday. We're at 44,217 LP again, and growing. So things are still looking really healthy. If you do the math on LP alone, nothing has really changed. And that was another interesting way of spinning it I heard today. The amount of e-shares per share in the farms, you're still earning that same amount of e-share. The reason that the APRs drop is because again, e-share is less valuable in terms of dollar. But if you think about it that way, where the actual token itself, you're not earning less. That really puts it into perspective, and why I said all along, I did a big post yesterday for those that are on Telegram and Discord about the market sentiment and the philosophy of what we have, and again, the most wealth is built during times like these. So when everybody's panicking and dumping and selling, that's a time for opportunity for others. So again, never financial advice, but the most wealth is generated during times like this. So again, buy the dip, DCA down. Don't ever try to catch a falling knife because you're gonna wreck yourself that way as well. And we've been saying all along, take profit in eShare. That's how you take profit in our protocol without hurting the ecosystem. And I think we may even preach that overly too much sometimes. I know a lot of eShare maxis would get mad when we would say sell eShare, but that's why. And you always want to have a stable bag on the side to be able to DCA in when this happens. And I know a lot of whales that have exited that are waiting for the bottom, and they're just a bunch of capital waiting to enter the system. So we could see an absolute moon mission once we find a floor. when all the capital comes back in to the ecosystem. So again, it's another reason why it's really hard to time tops and bottoms, and swing trading can be very dangerous. So as long as you're here for the long run, you're gonna make it. So all right, we already have a snipe of 80. A lot of last minute volume already coming in. Again, Detonator's been growing by about 100 people a day, which is super bullish. And again, this seems to be recession proof. So Detonator is definitely saving the day and giving everybody a way to earn, regardless of our peg or the APRs in the farm. Detonator's just yet another way. So yeah, Bull, you want to add anything? We got 2 minutes before the rollover.
Yeah, this is exactly, when people say that you have to have dry powder, or you buy the dip by preparing for the dip. And preparing for the dip means selling e share when the time is right. And the time is right is when you can take profit on that when it's on the way up, because it's going to be really hard to do it on the way down. And nothing just keeps going up perpetually. So please plan accordingly. I will keep preaching this, because we'll always have new people coming in. We'll have people that don't learn this first time around, but hopefully, this will be, people can take this as a learning lesson, and really take it to heart, and really do the calculations, like, towards the future, about how they prepare to have that balanced account, so that you can be ready for the dip that always happens.
Absolutely. And again, I mean, like Bill said, and I said it yesterday in my little article that I wrote, it's, we need these sort of pullbacks to be able to go to the next leg up. Again, we can't just go up and to the right forever. Over a long period of time, we absolutely can. But on short time frames, there has to be some pullbacks. And again, it's a shakeout to those that really aren't here for the long run. They're here to make a quick profit, and bleed the community. Bad whales or just short-term investors, bad actors, whatever you want to call them. Now that they're out or getting out, that's only bullish for the rest of us. So, all right, here we go. 40 seconds. I'll go into all this a lot more. Let's just get through the rollover. We had a snipe come in right there. 148. Let's see if it holds up. Volume looking incredible. 30 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Make sure you're compounding. Get those last minute tickets. 20, 20 seconds. Here we go. Good luck. 15 seconds. Is 148 going to hold up? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
178.
5, 4, 178, 3, 2. Is that going to hold it? 1, 0. Was there one more? 178. I think that might be the winner. Bull, can you confirm on chain when we have the rollover?
I'm still waiting for it to finish
Yep,
up
it's
here.
finishing up. I know there was a little bit of lag in BSC today. Let's see if
Yeah,
that holds
there's
up.
still hasn't rolled over yet, but
Let me refresh.
yep, 178.25 is the winner,
There it
and
is.
close to 6,000 tickets again. So, you know, the best chance to do something is right now.
I love it. There you go. Oh, sorry about that on YouTube. I'm pulling up windows. I'm opening shit left and right. I'm excited. So there you go. All right, 44,802 LP. Again, another all-time high in Detonator. Even though there were some smaller snipes, that volume of snipes really helps to continue the sustainability of the protocol. So looking extremely healthy. Again, if anybody won, please make sure you join us live. We'd love to hear from any of the winners, both sniper or lottery. And yeah, Bull, like you said, there's no time better to enter the lottery than today, right? Because tomorrow, theoretically, it's only going to get less and less odds, correct?
Yeah, that holds for everything in life, right? Like the best opportunity to make a first impression is right now. and so you have one opportunity to make a first impression, but that doesn't mean because you've missed one opportunity that you should miss the next. It's a call to action to prepare for that next opportunity that is just around the corner.
Absolutely, brother. And again, this is why Detonator is proving to be so, attractive. I mean, Detonator could have been a standalone product. We could have launched this on our own. It could have had a whole ecosystem by itself. But the fact that we layered it on top of EMP and provide value to everybody holding EMP through locked up liquidity and yet another way to earn is just so bullish. And I can 100% say that we are the only protocol with the detonator. So that should again make you want to stick around and see this out with us for what we hope is years to come. So all right, 2,255 participants now, total users in Detonator. Another very healthy day of growth. 44,950 LP. Again, that's about 950 LP that entered the protocol, within the last 20 minutes. And that is a new all-time high as far as actual LP balance, even though, again, with the pullback in ETH, the dollar value is not all-time high, but it's still $32,000 that we're be giving away in 24 hours. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my desktop, and then we'll jump right into some news, some more market sentiment, and then again, I'll open it up to a bunch of questions. So give me 1 minute. All right, Bull, I'm going to have you help me field some questions, but let me go ahead and start with some announcements. So, we have a major announcement today. It happened a little sooner than I was anticipating, but under the market conditions, not only was it better sooner than later, but again, I think that we all could use some good news. So, we have a brand new partner, and not just with Magik Finance. So, they are part of the FTM network and they are an auto vault. Everybody said, "Well, isn't that a competitor?" And it's like, no. I mean, they have a peg mechanic to their token. But again, I mean, we don't look at projects that want to work with us as competition. And they've been nothing but supportive. And what makes them special is their auto vault. So they have a proprietary mechanic where just like Beefy, they have their fees. Rather than the platform making the fees, those fees are actually split. So the platform still gets a little bit for running everything, but the other half goes to actually buying back and burning EMP. So this is a great deflationary mechanism, and it's really powerful. It's a win-win for everybody because you're making the same amount of money you would from all auto vaults being in Beefy, but now there's also a burn mechanic on top. So again, do your own research. There is always that counterparty risk, but they have been an amazing ally. We've been in talks for about a week now, and I really love the team. They're a bunch of really good guys. They have a lot of experienced devs that are behind what they're doing. They had some exploits in the beginning that they overcame, and it's just everything you want to see in a protocol. So again, make sure you show them some love, and please consider moving some of your auto vault funds into that because it will add a burn mechanic to EMP, and again help us drive back towards PEG. So, and we are the first official partner with them on BSC. So again, I was in an AMA with them earlier. A lot of really veteran seigniorage protocol investors that are willing to move from FTM over to BSC to join us and join the protocol and help us build a community around that over here. So that's really bullish. Again, big news for today. So yep, go show them some love. And yeah, other than that, we're working on a lot. Our PR firm has a bunch of awesome articles that have been released. I'll be able to share those with you as well on why EMP is special, no matter what the market conditions are. Some really A-level.
Just a heads up, you got your Telegram showing on the
Oh,
live stream.
all
So
right, yeah, yeah. I thought I pulled up my desktop. Well, there you guys go. You can see Judge Judy on my Telegram. Yeah, let
there
me
you go,
go and
bro.
pull up my desktop. And thanks, Bull. 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. So now you guys get the EMP logo. So yeah. Again. Was there anything else on that Bull that I need to clarify? Did that all sound good? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I don't know where we were at.
Well, you were talking about the magic over at Magik Finance and all the great stuff that they're doing over there, and a bunch of upstanding people and proprietary vault, and that it's going to create buy pressure on EMP that helps protect us, or excuse me, helps promote protecting the peg by doing that, and helps our ecosystem. So as always, anybody that invests in the EMP ecosystem, show them some love. If you're not going to invest in their platform, at the very least, go to their social channels and thank them for what they're doing.
Yep, absolutely, brother. And again, I mean, everything that we do behind the scenes is to help EMP overall, regardless of whether, we're above or below peg, whether the market's killing it or bleeding, we just continue to press forward because, again, I think like a lot of you that are already here and will remain here, you're bullish on crypto overall. So this is all short-term volatility, but yeah, all right, awesome. And yeah, just again to comment on the overall market. I mean, again, I'm I'm an eternal optimist or a perma bull. I mean, I always look at the upside potential, and I think that's why I've had a lot of success in crypto. Again, I'm not a day trader. I don't swing trade. I don't sell and then try to buy back lower, even though I probably should. That's not really how I operate. And again, I mean, if you have a long-term horizon, it's proven that just by buying and holding, you're able to actually make the most. Um, and again, that's not risking day trading. I know a lot of you have seen e-shares be completely volatile, and it's really risky. And that's why, literally from day one, and again, you can go through every AMA that we've done from the beginning of why we say take profit in e-shares. I mean, we literally have given you the roadmap on how to succeed. Um, it's up to you guys to, again, be responsible for your own investment strategies. But we have seen a lot of whales exit, and I hate to say whales because even smaller guys, bad actors is probably a better term. We've seen a lot of bad actors exit, um, and that's what we want. I mean, yeah, it hurts our peg, yeah, it devalues things in the short term, but it lets all of us that are still here own a larger percentage of the protocol and gives all of us opportunity to continue to build our bags um, while markets are low, so that when we shoot back up, uh, we all win. So yeah, again, this was a good shakeout. I know it sucks. I hear you. Nobody likes to see the numbers go down in their portfolio. Um, but just realize that this is opportunity again. Be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. And over the long run, you you end up with more. So, all right, that really was a lot of my pending things. Again, Magic is a big get for us. Again, please feel free to move over some LP into that. Show them some love and help us get burning more EMP. When we are below peg, um, which we are now, again, we're substantially below peg, but that can change in a matter of moments. I mean, again, the biggest metric is liquidity. If we were losing a lot of liquidity, that means people are exiting, their farms and they're breaking their LPs. That would be a problem. But TVL going down or APRs going down because e-shares are cheaper. I mean, those are all easily fixable when things recover. So,
And that's
Yeah.
opportunity. All that's telling you is that there's opportunity, right? Where shares were $3,000 and the farm APRs were all elevated. Um, Buying into shares when it's like that, it means it's risky. When you see those lower APRs, you know that the system has come back into some type of balance and says, okay, here's an opportunity. And I don't know who coined this phrase, but no one ever went broke taking profit. And it's a good thing to listen, tell yourself that and think about that and create a plan around that, because creating a profit means that you have a strategy and you have a plan for the short term and the long term and how to execute that. And being able to buy when these numbers are down, like LP or eShare, or like, I'm not going to tell you to buy eShare, but the ability to buy that is all built when you can take profit. You can't take profit when things are down. You're taking a loss. So plan accordingly, take advantage of the opportunity when it's here. And I think we had this opportunity for 45, 50 days to build up your positions so that you can plan accordingly for the dip. And when AJ was just talking about bad actors or whales or people that aren't doing this for the same motivations that we are, and we can't control that. But what we can control is each individual can control their actions. And if you are planning accordingly, most people are probably going to be planning accordingly in a very similar fashion, which allows us to move in the same way and protect EMP ETH LP, which is like I keep harping on it. It will build the system and allow you to build profit and put it away for the time where you see these dips, and instead of buying that share at 3,000, you could get it at 1,000, which is phenomenally less risk for you. But if you're able to, number one, farm that, but also create profit in other parts of the system, you're going to sleep better at night. You're going to make better decisions. You're going to be happier in the real world. So please, please make a plan to take profit responsibly so that all of those things can fall into place for you. Because if we're all doing that, the ecosystem will function better. Your life is going to function better. Your bags are going to be bigger, and we're going to be able to get rid of these bad actors, to some degree, if everybody is able to take profit. What we don't want to see is good community members, people that are really helping here in the channel, making poor decisions, and then disappearing because their bags have evaporated. So if anybody needs like strategy advice and stuff, please post those questions, in the channel and say, hey, I need some help planning accordingly. So everybody in this community is more than willing to share like how to maximize your own potential. But ultimately, everybody's got to be responsible for what they do and not think about profiting from the work of others.
Yeah, absolutely, Bull. And again, guys, I mean, we said it from day one. That's why we did the academy. I've been really impressed with the community overall. I think there's a lot of level-headed people out there, and we really have not seen a lot of panic, to be honest. And I think the reason that is because the majority of you have done what we have suggested, and you're farming e-shares. You're not buying them. So when e-share drops, again, I mean, as long as you didn't actually buy those e-shares, then you're basically like not even phased at all. I mean, yes, does it suck to lose money on paper? For sure, but until you actually buy or sell, those gains or losses are not locked in. So again, and I think I know a lot of newbies have come and jumped in, what we call the APR chasers, where they buy e-share, they go into the boardroom, they print like it's a party, and then when the party is over, now everybody's left, holding the bag, and that's why again we can see it play out right in front of our eyes, and why we say the things that we say is, dumping EMP, getting us below peg, I mean, all the data is there on chain. We can see, that people have been dumping EMP massively. And again, I get it. Some people want to, tether off and wait for the market correction before they buy back in, which again is a fine strategy. It's a risky strategy, but those of you that are a little more, comfortable and experienced, can do that. But over the long run, that's really it's dangerous to again be able to swing trade or hope to sell the top and buy a bottom. It's about really scaling in and out. Sell 10%, or buy 10% at a time as we go up and down. So you continue to have, an average cost of being in the protocol. So, and again, like I said, the boardroom, we are below paid now, so the boardroom is not printing. And that's why, again, you want to be heavily weighted in the boardroom. Those of you that are not 80% or more in farms are really seeing, um, the negative effects right now. But those of you that are in the farms, regardless of whether the boardroom is printing, you're still earning. And yeah, the APRs are down because eShare price is down, but you're still earning the same amount of eShare, divided by your split of the farm pool. So when we rally back up, you can see exponential gain. So all right, that was just a little bit more about the economics, where we're at. Everything is looking great. Our ETH staking contract, again, we were extremely conservative on the math that we were offering, and that is still looking really healthy, even with the pullback that we've seen. I mean, we're way on track to be able to honor all of those returns. So nothing really is in jeopardy. Again, I'm transparent. If I saw an issue, you guys would be the first to know. But it really is just the market conditions at this time, and we've been really fortunate. I mean, all of you have seen over the last 2 weeks, because the market has been bleeding out for the last 10 days at least, and we've been going strong the entire time, other than the last 24 hours. So again, we've been really fortunate with what position we are in, and this is all short-term volatility. So all right, again, I'll be here all night if I have to, taking questions, but I'm going to open it up to the floor. So, Bull, anything else you want to add?
Nope. I just everybody keep your emotions in check, and everything is functioning exactly like it was when eShares was $3,000. Nothing has changed, only people's emotions. But fundamentally, mathematically, algorithmically, everything is exactly like it was 24 hours ago. So, as Couch would say, don't get crazy on us. Just keep your emotions in check. That being said, there's a couple questions. If you're ready to go, AJ.
Yep, absolutely. Let's make it happen. Go ahead, brother. Who's first?
Okay, bro. In YouTube, this is from Maxim, and then after you answer him, Vino Mystic and then Crypto Addicts had their hands raised. But I'll read the question to you. It says, "Team, I have a question. What the risk us have the same problem as UST Terra? So Terra, I don't know if you're familiar with some issues that were happening with Terra recently, Terra Luna,
Yeah,
AJ."
so yeah, they again, I know, they're becoming unpegged a little bit now. I know they sold off a lot of Bitcoin to be able to fund their reserves, to be able to collateralize their stable token. So yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of comparing apples to oranges a little bit. I mean, again, we're not collateralized like that. Ultimately, we're trying to grow the treasury to be able to back the value in EMP, but our LPs are what is backing the value right now. I mean, half of the LP is actual Ethereum, not some made-up token or stablecoin. So yeah, I mean, the economics are still really solid. It literally boils down to dollar value. I mean, ETH is almost 2 grand, per token when, 7 days ago, we were pushing 3,000. So, it's a major hit in a short amount of time. Obviously, we're going to see some depegging or, some short-term issues. But again, the overall economics are still really healthy.
Yeah,
I,
I
I
think
don't I
that's
don't
great.
have a I don't have a I don't have a hand raise button. I just have the straight unmute button, like I'm part of the team.
There you go, Jesse. No doubt, bro. Yeah, go ahead, man. You're the VIP, so you don't have to go through the gatekeeper, bro. Go ahead, let it rip.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
appreciate you.
yeah, man.
Yeah, so look, so I've like I said, I've been in the markets forever, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's probably a lot of people saying, I wish I would have sold my shares at 3,000 or whatever. If you still got them, hold on to them. They're gonna always shoot back up in value. I mean, it's a utility tool. I mean, your profit taking in shares, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to each its own. If you want to try to swing trade it, you know what I'm saying, be my guest. I mean, I don't like Russian roulette like AJ, but buy and hold is always the best strategy, and don't try to catch that falling knife. But the goal should be always to be in the farms. You should be growing each year. The price shouldn't matter, and it's really important to listen to what AJ said. Even though we lost value in price, what I'm growing in the farms is, I mean, I've actually grown more today in the farms than I was when it was at 3,000. So my accumulation is still looking beautiful. But the sediment, you know what I'm saying, the sediment is bloody everywhere or whatever. I'm still super bullish on EMP. So, just this little downturn. And then it's really important that the people, I know a lot of people acquired nodes. It's really important because now the pressure's on you. The boardroom is closed. So EMP isn't flooded to the system in the boardroom. It's coming through nodes. So everyone getting nodes right now is, you're responsible. You're with nodes is the only time that right now that we could really harm the peg. To get us back to peg, it's important with your EMP. It's only two options to bring that. You're bringing that to the farm, or you're bringing that to the detonator. So it's just, I mean, I can't stress that enough. That again, this is a utility token. It's going to make you a fortune in the long run. Just keep dumping it back into the system. And then when the boardroom opens back up, I mean, obviously, I don't really need to say this right now, but for the new people, I mean, I see a lot of new people in the TG all the time. When we're printing in the boardroom, it's a utility token. It's three places to bring it from the boardroom. You bring it to nodes, you bring it to the farm, you bring it to detonator. I mean, there's a way to do this. There's a bunch of different strategies, but there's definitely a wrong way of doing this. So, I just want to, always put out there the responsible things and the way to do this right. And if you're selling your EMP, it's always the wrong way to do it, and you're always going to be shortchanging yourself. So, for me, I didn't sell no E share at the top. I didn't make no money on a swing trade, and I'm still happy holding mine. I mean, I know that I'm going to see it above 3,000. I mean, to me, the money that I have in the boardroom, to me, that funds me growing my position in the ecosystem. So, I have no, the e share that I earn out of the farm is for profit taking. If you take that approach, if the bulk of our community takes that approach, the amount of success that you get mount over time with compound interest is just insane. I mean, everyone's always interested in mid maxing and how can we get there the fastest, especially people with a smaller bag. You know what I'm saying? The strategies they have set up, man, 80/20. It's unbelievable strategy if you look at it over a long period of time. Bull is always saying, go to the EMP ETH farm. It's really how you protect your bag. It really is. I mean, I know that your BNB share farm pays you a higher percentage, but it's more risk. And anybody that sold EMP and was buying share thinking that they're going to grow their boardroom, I bet you're hurting now. This should be a lesson to anyone that was running the program wrong or going too heavy into the BNB share farm. Um, learn your lessons, lick your wounds from that. If you didn't sell your share, I would advise you not to sell it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like the value is going to grow back, but always understand that it's a utility. I mean, it's a shame to go below peg. It's unfortunate that it does happen, but don't let the whole market sentiment bring you down. Because for me, you know what I'm saying, take a little pause, take a little breather, and it shouldn't be too long till we're back to building positions in the ecosystem.
I love it, Jesse. Hell yeah, bro. Like I said, man, you get me fired up whenever you're on, and it reinvigorates me.
I got so
Yeah,
much love for
yeah.
you, AJ.
Oh,
Stop it.
yeah. Right on,
You're my
Jesse.
boy.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. We got a bromance going on. So, yeah,
Well, because
man.
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. You know how it is. I've been in the markets forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying should have bought Microsoft when they IPO'd. But I mean, you miss an opportunity. I mean, it really shouldn't be the opportunity you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like, and it's great that you have a lockup period in the boardroom, but when you're going into the boardroom with money, if you're looking, bad actors do that. They take a big bag in there and they're trying to, make as much as they can and then they're exiting the program. If your goal is to grow in this ecosystem, that's the reason why 80/20 is recommended. Because, if you're growing your e-share, I mean, the price, I mean, of course the price matters, but it's not as imperative. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most of my e-share comes from gains. So when the value of it fluctuates, it doesn't hurt. Of course, I'm going to get that feeling, man, I could have sold them at 3,000. But, I mean, everyone's going to have that feeling. It's just, I just, want everyone to, this little fluctuation that we're going through right now, I just want as many of us to take as much valuable lesson out of it as possible of how they should be built into the system. Because coming into the system, everybody makes mistakes and then they want to make adjustments and stuff like that. So going forward, you know what I'm saying? Look to strategize. I mean, what Bull says all the time is just so good to me. I mean, first of all, I just want to say this one more time. The people in nodes right now, we're counting on all the EMP coming into the system to not be used irresponsibly right now. So instead of me telling you don't sell it, because I don't want to tell you what not to do, I'm going to tell you what to do. Take that to the farm or take it to the detonator and instantly solidify yourself as a diamond hander by sticking it in there. You stick it in the detonator. When you pull that out, put it in the farm. Your e-shares come that way. I mean, it's just it's so easy to create an infinite money loop. There's a couple different ways to do it in this system. Don't just whatever you do, use your EMP responsibly as a utility token. I mean, the money you can get from it now, don't step over $1 to pick up a dime, please.
Amen, brother. Absolutely. And you said something I want to reiterate real fast too about the farm. So again, with all this volatility, people that are entering and exiting the farms, you're actually making on a per e-share basis, you're actually making more because now there's less people in EMP LP or especially BNB e-share LP because they're getting shaken out, and those that are of us that are just chilling, in the LPs, we're actually now again getting a larger share, and like Jesse said, the e-shares that are in the boardroom, that's basically your seat at the table, the round table of the knights, the Templar, however you want to say it. I mean, that is actual ownership of the protocol. So e-shares will
And it's
continue.
really, and listen, and it's really, and the boardroom is so powerful, and it's really important to understand because people see them high APRs, especially coming into it. When you were printing in the boardroom, I mean, it's just such an unbelievable opportunity to have. And the regular tune fork is a regular tune fork, but we're bigger than. I mean, we're better than that. So to have a boardroom and an ecosystem like we have that you can generate the utility token out of there to build your position into nodes, into detonator. I mean, it's really unbelievable. If you're looking at that as a way of making money, you're really looking at it the wrong way. It's a big mistake, And I'm not saying you should stick the bulk of your money in there, but whatever you do allocate to the boardroom. I mean, you don't have to come in with the largest bag. If you could be patient and work that EMP back into the ecosystem with a good strategy, I mean, you could grow a unbelievable infinite money loop and opportunity. To look at that as a way to make money. Is it's just so silly, man. I can't think of the words to stress it enough. That I mean, obviously you see the large numbers, but if you're in the boardroom, I mean, I don't know what anyone's numbers is, but you look at yourself in the detonator. I mean, if you have a 100 LP in the detonator, you're earning about one of them a day. And if you're in the boardroom, printing $200-300, you could be adding $200-300 to the detonator per day when we're printing. I mean, it's just really an unbelievable opportunity to expedite that you can't get in any other program. You go into drip, there's no way to earn extra drip to speed it up like that. You go into these other programs and stuff like that. I mean, if you really, really look at the power of the boardroom, it's not a place for profit taking. Like he said,
Hey, get
it's a
this, get
round
this, get
table.
this.
Yeah.
So speaking of extra gains, I want to do this giveaway right now because I don't have a random number generator, but I have a random kid here who is just going to pick winners if everybody's cool with that.
An impromptu giveaway.
Your kid is gonna pick the winners. I like it.
Let's do it.
It's not yeah, not mine. It's my wife is just watching her coworker's son while they went to a funeral. So, but nothing's more random than a 12-year-old boy. So is everybody cool with that?
Yeah, let's do
You
it,
got
Bull.
you got my agreement.
That's fine.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. He's Hey Leon, can you help me with picking these winners here? Thanks, buddy. Okay. So thank you for bearing with me here, guys. But keep talking. I gotta actually boot up this PC to
All
get
right,
that list
yeah,
back
no
up.
worries. So yeah, just to reiterate on Jesse again, bro, always bringing the knowledge and the passion. I love it, man. And yeah, I mean, again, this is all short term. And again, when we're below peg, the absolute worst thing you can do is again sell those rewards from nodes and just continue to dump the price. You know, that is the double-edged sword of nodes. I mean, again, when the boardroom's not printing, you know, nodes are still emitting. But that's not inflationary. That's EMP that's already been introduced into the ecosystem. So, you know, if anything, it's even more bullish because now nodes are only emitting a certain amount of EMP every day from those reward pools, so that we are, you know, able to stabilize over the long run. So, again, I think that, you know, it's just a really good lesson. We needed this to happen. It's healthy. It's not a negative. I mean, yeah, it sucks to see the dollar value go down, but you know, use it as a learning experience and why, again, you're going to always be building your positions. And when we're below peg, it's even more important to again either bring over fresh capital or go into bonds. Again, another awesome way our ecosystem protects itself is when we're below peg, bonds are issued. So again, I know a lot of people have already bought them up. There are only a certain amount of bonds that are available after every epoch, and the idea is that you know that those bonds are used to burn EMP and provide positive price pressure. So you know, bonds are great if you're looking to earn more EMP again over a shorter amount of time. When we go back above peg, when you can redeem them, but nodes offer the same sort of mechanic as well. So again, either bonds or nodes, either of those are really, really important when we're below peg to help us get back above peg, and detonator as well. I mean, again, we just saw it happen, you know, 20 minutes ago, where you know people are zapping in for large LP positions, and that's positive buying pressure on EMP, and why detonator is so important to the ecosystem in that regard. So, yeah.
And real quick to build on what you
Yeah,
just
that's
said,
solid.
when we're
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead,
give
Jess.
me
Yeah.
1 second. Give me 1 second, crypto, Mike. So yeah, and when we're below peg, I mean, you always got to remember, you know, we're pegged to ETH. So you know, if you want to go into nodes below peg, I mean, you're basically using discounted ETH. So right now is an unbelievable opportunity to come in and grab some fresh EMP and allocate that to nodes because you're getting it at a discount at this point. I mean, we're supposed to be pegged to Ethereum, so when we go back to peg, you got that for a deal. So, you know, what's going to be coming back out of them nodes is going to be of higher value, especially, you know, given time when Ethereum starts to recover in price. I mean, it's all speculative there, but, you know, whenever we're below peg, always remember that's discount Ethereum. You know what the price of Ethereum is right now. So, you know, I would
100%.
definitely advise super financial advice. If you're interested in a node, now's the time to get them.
I love it.
And
Hell,
with
yeah.
that, listen, with that, you know, AJ, I love you. Crypto Mike, my boy Bull, the whole community. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep pushing towards recovering this peg.
Awesome, Jesse. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate it, man. And yep, he's absolutely right. I mean, again, based on our $18 million of liquidity, you know, discounted EMP really is discounted ETH because, you know, again, we've said it all along, EMP is essentially, you know, fractionalized ETH. So that's a great way to look at it. And, you know, the economics don't lie. So All right, awesome. I know we had a bunch of questions today, so we may have to do a little bit of rapid fire to get through. I mean, I'm here for a while, but yeah, we'll just move it along. So, Mike,
Vino
yeah,
Mystic is up
yeah.
first.
All right, real
Oh,
fast.
go ahead. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mike, was there anything you want to add real fast, bro? We got a bunch of questions, but I know why you're here, man. I would love
Now
to hear from you.
let's get to the questions sooner than later. But guys, I mean, this is me popping my head in here after a today like today. I guess I'll just say that I did a video with Jonathan Seller over at the Drip Farm. You guys should check it out. Talked about the overall market, talked about EMP, talked about a couple of other things going on out there. But when we talked about EMP, you know, I think that on days like today, when we're feeling it, and it's not just this community, it's the overall market. So remember that this is, we're getting the tailwind of, the entire market, even outside of crypto, really getting hurt today. So this is the importance of why, we really need to be at this point in protocols that don't provide as much directional exposure as some of the ones that are out there. And I won't name names, but some of these directional protocols are way down right now, okay, where they have one token. We are limiting that risk. We're limiting that risk with two ways that we're limiting that risk. Number one, okay, ETH. ETH is a blue chip. If you're going to hold a crypto right now, and this isn't just like financial advice, this is just like common sense. You want to hold either a stable coin or a blue chip, period. Okay, so that takes care of half of the pool. The other half is EMP, which relies on a strong community. What do we have, guys? We have a strong ass community. So if you're going to be in an altcoin right now, I was very honest on that interview, and EMP, and I'm not because I'm in it like as a select six. I'm saying this because it's the truth. You want to be in protocols that have strong communities because in the end, that's what's going to get through these tough times. And I have no doubt that, I mean, look, guys, this is like nothing. We just said it the other day. We're going to be tested. We just said it the other day. We're going to be facing challenges with this whole world economy, with the overprinting of money, inflation, whatever you want to call it. The list goes on. But this is the one protocol that we know as a community, if we play it right, what do we do? What can we do, AJ?
We can all win together, Mike.
We can
Hell
all win
yes.
together.
Yeah.
Let's effing go,
Let's
man.
fucking go.
Yeah, so
Yes.
let's not forget that. And that's the kind of community and protocol you want to be attaching yourself with during these times. And you should have been doing it. And I was honest about that too. We saw bearish divergence on a weekly time frame back in November. We've been under the bullish support band for how long? How many months? So if you're not aware of this, like any YouTube video talking about TA, even the morons out there will tell you we're in a bear market. We've been in a bear market. So, anyways, that's kind of my 2 cents. But guys, we'll be fine. Let's take some questions.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Mike. And yeah, we'll drop that video with Jonathan. Again, you guys literally published that like about 20 minutes before I jumped on the AMA, so we'll make sure we post that video and go show Jonathan some love. So, all right, Bull. Either your giveaway or questions. You
Vino Mystic is up, and then Crypto Addict. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to message the winners, just so that nobody tries to pull any fast ones, like any scammers in the channel or something like that. So I'll message them that they won, and then I'll announce the winners after I get their wallet addresses.
All right, perfect, brother. And yeah, for everybody, this was the node equivalent value of nodes that we're giving away from our competition earlier this week. So all
From
right,
ETH Staking.
yeah,
Yep.
from the ETH Staking, exactly. So yeah, all right, Vino, what's up, brother? I know you've been collecting a lot of questions for us over on Discord. So really appreciate all your hard work, man, and glad to have you on.
Yep, I've been trying to, but I'll tell you what, the community in Discord just answers them as soon as they come in. So half of them are already answered, but it never hurts to ask.
Absolutely, brother. That's
first and foremost. I want to start off with some quick hits. Real quick, West T and YouTube, he's asking if a stablecoin will be zappable in the purchase of LPs in the future. What are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, I mean, we've toyed around with the idea of adding other zappable assets. Yeah, I mean that's a fairly easy fix. We want to prioritize, ETH and BNB because those are assets you have to have in the LPs anyway. But we have a lot of plans moving forward on some internal swapping and even an OTC swap, over the counter, for those of you that don't know what that stands for, that basically routes our orders. And with that, we'd have a lot of options to be able to zap in a stable or really any crypto that has enough liquidity to make it work. So yeah, absolutely.
Right on, right on. He says, thanks for asking. And the next one that I want to get to that's a quick hit is your partnerships. Obviously today, congratulations on Magik Finance, but I was trolling around in a drip degen chat, and somebody was asking about EMP. So I went on there and I started shilling the project, and they asked about partnerships. So obviously right out of the gate, I'm not invested in this for quite a while. I don't know the whole backstory, but so far I know that we've got, I think, EMP.Money, we got Magik Finance, and Grape Finance. What are some other partnerships that you guys have, or maybe we'll have in the future?
Absolutely. So again, all the major yield optimizers. So Yield Wolf, Beefy, Auto Farm, and now again today Magik. Yeah, Dibs again was another great partnership. Grape, the guys over at Grape are amazing. We have another partnership we're working on with them called Liquid Capital. I'm not really allowed to talk about it much yet, but that's really exciting, and that will be another mechanism to help bolster our treasury. And then of course our advertising partners as well. Hydro Whales was our original NFT partner. They're again an amazing project. They just sold out of their original mint, and now they're on to phase 2. I spoke with AD today actually, and they have a lot of awesome stuff they're working on that hopefully I can bring to the community. With another round. El Taco Nodes is another NFT partner. I mean, we have a bunch of partnerships, and again, forgive me if I've forgotten anybody. But if you ever have questions about an official partnership, make sure to confirm in our Telegram or Discord. But with that, yeah, for Drip, again, I mean, I can't publicly comment on it, but I can say that a lot of us OGs are really involved in that ecosystem. I've spoken to Forex multiple times personally, and when the time is right, we hope that we can explore that partnership, when it makes sense. And again, no matter what we do, we'll have some amazing things in the works. I have a phone call after the AMA with another an incredible partner, potential partner. I mean, we've talked to companies that are top 25 crypto projects that have heard of us and want to maybe implement some things, what they can provide. I mean, again, there's just so much that, again, I wish I could tell all of you, because if you knew half of the things that are coming, this little short-term dip would mean nothing, because you know the potential of what is coming. So yeah, does that
That's
help?
a fact.
Yeah, totally, Mike. Mike knows. The team knows. Yeah.
Right on, right on. I got one more for you. This one's going to be a little bit deeper,
For sure.
and then you guys can move on to the next person. And it's in regards to the detonator tax. So anybody that's done the research knows there's a 10% deposit tax, and if you look on the detonator guide within Discord, it breaks it down. So of that 10%, we have 60% going to all participants within the detonator that are already staked. And to me, if you ask me, that seems a little bit high of that 10%, but we're going to keep on moving here. And 1% goes to the treasury, and the other 3% goes to referrals, unless someone comes in and deposits without a referral, in which case 4% of that 10% goes to the treasury. Down the line, is there going to be a possibility to change that up so that instead of 6% going to all participants, more of that's going to be rotated to the treasury to more bolster the longevity of the entire ecosystem, not just the detonator?
Yeah, that's an awesome question, So yeah, all of those are variable, meaning we can upgrade them, or again, worst case scenario, we migrate. Any changes in detonator, which is just like a 1 hour or 2 hour downtime of detonator, and that if that happens, we would give plenty of notice to plan around. But yeah, bro, I mean that's the beauty of detonator. Again, it's closed source. But there are a lot of functionality that's built into Detonator that allows us to pull different levers for the betterment of the protocol. I know a lot of contracts get hung up on renouncing ownership and all this other shit, but if you renounce ownership and there's a problem, you're screwed. I mean, you have no flexibility at all. And that's the fine line that we balance between decentralization and a little bit of centralization. But any centralization we do have is to protect everyone and for the betterment of the protocol. So yeah, I mean, we toyed around with the idea of maybe, like you said, moving some of the deposit fees more into the treasury, or maybe splitting up the lottery winners rather than having one large lottery winner. We maybe have like three lottery winners. There's a lot that we've been discussing behind the scenes, but Detonator has been such a monster, and the way that it operates right now is looking so healthy that I'm really a little hesitant to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of a thing. But we are always monitoring the economics and the on-chain data to, again, make the best decisions moving forward. So, yeah, does that help answer that, Vino?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's set up how it is now to get funds in. From what I'm understanding, and then down the line, if you need to change it or want to, you can. Want is probably a bad word to use there, but to strengthen your treasury, you can change it so that you can build it more.
For sure. And we would never make any changes to, the overall return mechanics. In other words, like, reducing the 365%. I mean, that would be unethical, to get money in the system and then, change the rules. But we do have the flexibility to change the rules in other ways, that just, make the system more sustainable or more fair. And again, I mean, as long as you're participating the way that we've said all along. You're compounding more than you're claiming. You're not going to dilute yourselves. And over the long run, it makes Detonator extremely powerful.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to hear right there. I think that's all I got for tonight. I'm gonna give this information out that you gave me about the partnerships. I'm gonna show that in the other chat, and I'm gonna let you carry on with the AMA.
Awesome, Vino. Thanks, brother. Again, thanks for all your hard work. And, I know you've been in touch with all the mods over at on Discord. We have an amazing group over there. Again, Charlie and Joe and Red. Forgive me if I'm forgetting anybody. But yeah, Machine Chan. Again, and even the community as a whole is amazing about jumping in and answering questions. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Vino will be joining us with a recap of some questions over on Discord because unfortunately I can't be in all places at once. So I really appreciate you guys helping me navigate and make best use of my time. So yeah.
That's the best part about having a good community. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely, brother. Awesome. All right, man. Killer. So, Bull, anybody else on deck? We have more questions coming in.
Crypto. Oh, heck yeah, man. There's so many people that have questions. Crypto Attic has had his hand raised first, so I believe he's been unmuted for a while.
All right. Awesome. Attic, go ahead, brother.
What's up, Attic?
Oh, are you there? You might be muted, brother.
Well, let's have the party roll on. There are other questions and such, so
Yeah, no worries. Attic, if you come back, bro, you'll have first. You can cut the line. So, all right, Bull, who's next? Go ahead.
let's. I'm gonna go to the bottom here on YouTube. Just What's keeping EMP from creating our own auto compound vault and keeping 100% of the fees? That's
Yeah,
from seigniorage.
yeah, so that's another awesome question. I mean, we definitely have thought about that. We have the capability of doing that, but there's a few reasons why we haven't. So number one is again the counterparty risk. With all having all everything on the platform, in my eyes it's a good thing, but some people that are really at maxi, decentralized maxis, like to see things spread out a little bit. And really, the fees are minimal. Overall, we wouldn't want to, make something prohibitive to where, the fees are so big that we're actually hurting the people that use our own auto vault. And really, again, it's more of a marketing play as well. So, Yield Wolf and Beefy and Auto Vault, specifically Auto Farm, Beefy and Auto Farm, those two have a really huge community, and we like to again put some LP in those to really get the word out. Now today, now that Magic again has launched their burn mechanic auto vault, I think that's really attractive. So again, we're encouraging at least some of those LPs to move over to that auto vault. And really, again, it's about spreading ourselves among multiple platforms and multiple communities, because each auto vault, not only is it beneficial to us, but they're also giant billboards, for new capital coming in. So yeah, I mean, can we do our own LP auto vault? Absolutely. Will we do it down the road? Maybe. Yeah, we may end up adding that as well. But for right now, we want to again let these other platforms build, because Jake has been nonstop. I mean, we're already coding our next feature as we speak. So I don't want to take him away from development on things that are already available. So I'd rather him take the time to develop new from scratch protocol elements. So, all right. Well, hopefully that makes sense.
Okay, let's roll with another one, buddy. It said, could you do another AMA with Drip Farm like you did before to get more notice? Might help with newer people, but I think you can already answer that
Yeah,
really
so
quickly, right?
again, yeah, I literally that's why I was not available for the AMA 2 days ago. Me and Jonathan have done a full on AMA. It's just him and I fully dox myself. I show my face on camera. I say my last name. I mean, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, that video will be coming later this week. Again, the timing is kind of bad with the market, but I think that it will instill, a lot of confidence in the protocol, and again, hopefully, bring some new eyeballs in. So yes, that is coming.
Okay, Jay, let's roll to this next one.
Yep. Awesome, Bull.
This is
Thanks,
from
bro.
P on YouTube. Yeah, no problem, man. Once Animal Farm is open and rolling, could we see an EMP-Dogs or something like that? That would be dope.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, any partnership that we do with Animal Farm or Drip or any other ecosystem for that matter, it's really not up to us. It's up to those platforms. But to speak specifically about Animal Farm, I mean, I know they have a whole layer 3 ecosystem that's coming. I do not think that the native assets will be paired together. I think it'll be more of a like a syrup pool setup. Again, for those of you that are familiar with syrup pools on PancakeSwap, where you're basically committing that token and getting rewards, in proportion to how much you're committing. And really, any partnership like that, it's more of a marketing play. So we would never want to, do something that would, dilute EMP or give away too much in rewards. Because again, if we're gonna reward people, we don't want them to dump that native asset either. So there is a bit of, things that need to be considered behind the scenes, but yeah, I mean, we're always looking for partnerships, and even more bullish is people want to partner with us. Like, that makes me excited. Yeah, everybody asks like, when are we going to partner with these other platforms? It's like, when are these other platforms going to partner with us? I mean, that's really where my head is at. Not to be cocky or arrogant, but we've really been making moves, and we're drawing a lot of attention from the right people. And again, I mean, people are starting to knock down the door to be involved with us. So um, that's even more bullish in my eyes. So
Ah, cool. Awesome. So we have 5 of 6 winners right now. I'm trying to find the list of the other one. So here's what we did. 3 winners are from Discord, 3 are from Telegram.
perfect.
3 were picked randomly by software, 3 were picked by a little boy. So
I love it.
um, nothing more random and crazy than that. So over on Discord, the 3 winners are SE Maj, Empty Eye Sockets, Maniacal Engineer, and the winners on. Bear with me, just keep talking, or I got to
Yeah,
pull this other list
yeah,
here
no
quick.
worries.
So sorry.
So yeah, no doubt. Well, Bull pulls that up. Again, we'll distribute rewards. Either I will or Lunas. Again, one of our team members. Will be distributing the EMP. So don't ever respond to scammers or anybody that said, hey, you won this competition. Unless you hear it from us, one of the actual team members, on an AMA, or again, with a history, a chat history. Be very careful out there. So yeah, we'll distribute the funds directly to your
And me,
wallet.
and
Yeah,
me.
and Charlie.
I'm
Yes.
I'm just discussing with the guys from the Discord, so I just want to make clear they can answer me back on Discord.
Yeah, no doubt, absolutely, Charlie. Again, Charlie's not a team member, but he's part of the army, an extended part of the team, but killing it on Discord. So yeah, again, Charlie Thomas. If anybody, again, he has a mod role or an admin role over on Discord. So just be smart. I mean, again, you don't have to be overly paranoid. Just if it sounds fishy, just ask one of us to confirm. So all right, Bull,
Okay,
you still pulling it
here.
up? Go ahead,
Yep.
man. Yep.
Yep. Here we go. Pro Degen, Tatiana, and Megalo EMP. Uh, I should have sent everybody a message. So hopefully, if you're not listening to the AMA, you'll respond to my message. And I'll so yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say any more than that. So
All right, there you go. There's the 6 winners. Congrats, everyone. Again, thank you for participating. This was for the ETH staking contract. As long as you deposited. Well, I think we opened it up to everybody, right, Bull? It was just a giveaway overall now, right?
yeah. I just wanted to make sure that the community knew that I appreciated just from being here in the community. I love seeing all the participation. I love seeing the positivity, and I've been here since day one. I didn't come in with a lot of money, but quite frankly, I'm doing pretty well. And most people know, like I mostly always treat this like monopoly money anyway. So I just want to make sure that I share in the wealth that I'm earning, both financially and like strategy wise. Like anything I learn, I'm more than happy to share with people because I want to see people succeed and do well.
I love it, brother. And that's the kind of mantra, that we embrace in the protocol. And it's why we've been, as successful as we have been, I think. So, yeah, absolutely, brother.
Hey, AJ, I got something to bring up to the community,
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
and
Absolutely,
this is
bro.
maybe something that we should do a video on. Um, so I was thinking about it yesterday, forgot to bring this up, and I think I might have come up with a way to completely remove the um, the volatility without exposure to Ethereum, essentially. So like basically imagine being in the farm, the EMP ETH farm, but not having to worry about the volatility of Ethereum. So literally you're exposing yourself to one asset instead of two. It'd be pretty nice, right? Like literally half the risk of already a lower risk, right? And the way you would do it is you would essentially short Ethereum and then borrow the Ethereum. So there's platforms that allow you to short, and there's platforms that allow you to borrow against that short. I don't know if you guys know about this, but this is what we do in delta neutral situations. So literally, you could, you could essentially short Ethereum. You could borrow that Ethereum right back, but it's not yours. You're shorting. So if Ethereum goes down, doesn't matter. If it goes up, you're not going to gain anything. Completely neutral. So you're like, okay, well, why would I do that? Well, you would do that because now, if you're going to go and create a pool, you take that Ethereum, you go create a pool, EMP and ETH pool. Well, you have half of that asset where you're not even exposed to there's no directional exposure. So now you only have half of that asset where you're exposed, which is EMP. Now you would say, so you might say that, no, that would be the same. Yeah. So like literally be the same amount. Well, okay. So you might say that, well, Mike, no, because if somebody wants to put $100 in, they go and buy the short, and you can only borrow, let's say 75% against that short, because they're not going to allow you to borrow all of it, right? Maybe 85%, depends on where you go. So, I mean, yeah, okay, it would bring less capital into the protocol, but at the end of the day, you have a delta neutral on half of your pool, which is awesome. So we got to do a video on that, man. I just thought about it yesterday, and now I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, well, Ethereum dropped today. What if nobody in here gave a shit? That'd be pretty rad.
Yeah.
That would be pretty fucking rad, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and I think, again, it's a delicate balance because, the other side is that you want that exposure to ETH on the upside, but you don't want that exposure on the downside. So, yeah, I mean, a portion of your portfolio,
But in
a delta
in
neutral.
a bear market.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. I don't necessarily disagree with what Crypto Mike was just talking about, but I just want to chime in real quick. Whenever you short a market, especially as volatile as crypto, shorting obviously means that you hope that the price goes down. But whenever you open a short, you've also got infinite losses to the upside. So as volatile as the market is, you could also lose your shorts, or your shirt is what some people like to call it, all the way back up. So it's like you're saying, it's a double-edged sword, though.
It is. And when you do that, it's a good point. When you do that, when you're longing and you're shorting, there's on a graph, it's easier to see, but like you have a long and you have a short, and in the middle is where you're at. And when you first started, and as the token price goes up, your liquidation point becomes closer, right? So you have to manage that liquidation point and fund that account so you don't get liquidated. So you can't just do like all of your money in there, but there's actually automated protocols that allow you to automate your delta neutral positions. But I was just thinking about this. I mean, if somebody was really like trying to avoid all risk, right, then this could be a good option. So I'll do a video on it. You know what, AJ, I'll do a video on it. I'll put it out so at least people have the option, because like right now, I think there's a lot of people that are still like, oh man, we're going to see 25,000 in Bitcoin price, coming up, and like Ethereum's going to. So if that is a weighing concern, then okay, that's fine. You can always do it this way as well. But yeah, it is more work. So I don't know how many people are really interested in it, but I talked to the calculator.
I just wanted to bring out my 2 cents there. I would love to watch that video that you produce. That way I could learn a little bit more on it. But no, like I said, I just wanted to bring that point up.
Yeah, when you're longing and you're shorting, you have to protect both ends of the spectrum. So like your short position can get liquidated if the price goes up too much. But like I was talking to the calculator guy, who's a big YouTuber, and he loves this. He loves what we're doing here, by the way. And he just said, hey, yeah, like my community is really looking for that single staking, and I said, well, there's a way you could eliminate half of the exposure here. And like he basically was like, oh yeah, we would just tell the community to short ETH. And so he updated, I'm in his Patreon group, and he updated the Patreon group yesterday with this EMP notice that you could want to get into EMP, but this, and it brought the thing up to me. I was like, man, I should do a video on this since he doesn't want to do it. He thinks it's too risky. It's fine. Okay. The dude has like zero risk in his portfolio pretty much, but I love it. Okay, great. We need that during times like these too. But like, yeah. So I just want to say that. I don't know. I should have just done the video and put it out. But
no doubt, Mike. And again, I mean, for those of you who don't know, I mean, Mike is running a private course that goes over all of this. If you guys are interested, but the Delta neutral
and I also said
so
that UST was safe, and today it's fucking depegged. So I'm looking like a moron right now. But you know, it's gonna recover. Anybody in UST, I do not believe that that's going to be unpegged for too long. I think the markets pushed it down because they wanted to get a deal on it. Big money stepped in. You saw a crazy 30% dip. I mean, it was insane. And I believe that, I mean, there's $4 billion committed to backing USD. So I don't think they're going anywhere. Yes, they sold their Bitcoin trying to get out of the volatility of it, but it's depegged right now, so it's not looking pretty at all. I mean, the whole market is just wrecked. We are actually doing very good in comparison to a lot of what we're seeing in other altcoins and other sectors of the market. But for people that are worried about risk, you know, it's like, well, you could have eliminated half the risk if you're really worried about it. But anyways, yeah, I'll do a video on it. Sorry, I just want to step in. I got to take off anyways, but you guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the AMA.
All right, Mike.
I will talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, brother. Yeah, no doubt. Again, that could be a good future academy video. We're always adding more videos to the academy. I know Stephanie has been working on some, and you as well, Mike. Some testimonial videos are coming, right, brother?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, guys. All right, man. I know you got to run, so yeah, absolutely. And again,
no problem.
Yeah. All right, brother. So yeah, I mean, we offer all sorts of strategies depending on no matter your risk tolerance or what your knowledge base. I mean, again, Delta neutral is definitely not for any noob, or it's a lot more hands-on. But it is another way to again mitigate a lot of risk as well. So we'll make sure we put out that information to those of you that might be interested. So all right, what else, Bull? You had a few others. I think there was a few on YouTube.
Yep, LA has her hand up, and I unmuted her, so we'll get to the YouTube, I think, after her. Is that cool?
Yeah, no doubt. LA, what's up?
All right.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Really good. I mean, again, I have this calm. Even though the market's destroyed, I'm still again unnaturally calm. I think. I don't know. That's what happens when we have all the support of all of you. So yeah, what's up? How are you? What's new?
Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say a couple things actually. First of all, I just wanted to say just like a big shout out to you, AJ, and just the whole team. This being my first crypto project, if it was any other team or community, like it could be like a really scary time right now and I could be like really freaked out. But just having been on these calls every night for the last 2.5 months and just seeing how incredibly transparent you've been and how dedicated you are to the team and the community, and just how much you guys are constantly innovating and how hard you're working, and just your plans for the future for the project. And just there's zero doubt in my mind that this is going to be around for a long time. So it's really not like that scary to see things change temporarily. So I just want to give you a huge shout out and just say thank you for working so hard, and thank you for being so honest and transparent all the time so that we can be at ease even when the market's down. So it's a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Ella. That means the world, man. And again, I know, you've been extremely supportive, along with the rest of the community as a whole. to each other. And I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, again, I've been in this boat. You know, I know what the feeling was back in, you know, 2016. You know, right when the market, you know, went parabolic, and then, you know, Bitcoin dropped by, you know, 80%. It was like, holy shit. So yeah, I mean, I've been there with you guys, and I know. And again, I can say, you know, it does get better, and the longer you're in the market, and exposed to this volatile thing we call crypto, it gets easier, I promise. So yeah, and I'm always here. I mean, I'm happy to answer any questions. You know, and really, again, it's less based on emotions and more based on the math behind everything. So yeah, LA, and shout out to you for killing it. I know you've been in the background doing our Medium articles. Are we seeing a lot of people jump over on those?
Yeah, so that's also what I wanted to mention. We're just almost at 100 subscribers already, so that's pretty wicked. So thank you for everyone who's already subscribed.
Killer.
I wanted to mention I've just been feeling super inspired by the detonator. So the next article is coming out tonight about the detonator. And one thing I wanted to mention is, in spite of the markets being down and us temporarily losing peg,
Oh no, I think we lost her.
You're on mute, LA.
Oh, LA, come
oh, I
back.
don't.
There you are. Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead. Yep. So sorry. Go ahead, LA.
What was the last thing you heard?
About us being unpegged.
Oh, yeah. So, I just wanted to mention that, like, I've noticed that the last 2 or 3 days, I have had my highest rewards in the detonator that I've ever had, even though we've been a bit down. And yes, the dollar amounts are a little bit lower, but I'm not planning on claiming anytime soon, so that doesn't bother me at all. But it's so cool to see that even when the markets are down, like, our rewards and our daily bursts are continuing to go up. So the detonator is such a cool place, like such an amazing place to continue earning no matter what's happening in the markets. So that's what tonight's article is going to be about. So I would appreciate if you guys want to hop on there and show some support and share it out. And big shout out to both Randy and Charlie for sharing it in the Discord channels, because I'm totally Discord illiterate and don't even know how to work it. So thank you guys for handling the sharing of those over there. And for everyone on Telegram for showing support on there. And yeah, super pumped to see the Medium channel growing. And I think the detonator is just so awesome, because right now we can get super cheap LP, and it looks like it's a good time to snipe too.
Absolutely, LA. I love it, man. You just got me bullish on detonator all over again. I mean, I'm always preaching it, but to hear you say it is a whole nother level, and it's true. I mean, we got rid of the compound tax completely, so those of you that are continuing to compound should really see a substantial increase in your daily burst. And again, I mean, that doesn't mean you still can't take profits, you know, 1 or 2 days a week responsibly. But it means that those that are good actors are being rewarded for, you know, helping the protocol overall. And yeah, we've had some massive volume coming in. I mean, again, over the last, you know, 3 or 4 days, it's been about 100 grand in LP every single day. So it just goes to show that no matter what the market conditions are, Detonator is really a monster, and will be moving forward. So.
One last thing to point out that has changed in the last like 2 or 3 weeks. People used to always wait to make their big deposits until the very end of the night, but now that a lot of the snipes have been around 500 LP, 400 LP, if people want to make like 100 LP deposits, a lot of the time they're doing it just right in the middle of the day, and I think that's why our rewards are growing a lot faster.
Yes.
And so I'm seeing them just grow faster and faster. And as we get more users in the protocol, that's going to start happening more and more and more. And so this is a beast that's just going to keep growing. And just sorry, Bull, but I just wanted to just use an analogy.
It's all good, Ellie. Go for it.
I just want to think of this time right now in general as like a slingshot, because we all know that EMP is going up, 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 up. And so we just have to pull back a little bit to gain that traction to just shoot forwards. So that's where we're at right now. We're about to just shoot forwards at a speed that is just so exponential. And so we just got to pull back a tiny bit temporarily. And that's where we're at.
I
So
love
think it's
it.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you're the
Yeah.
new Ella, you're the new analogy queen, man. That was a killer analogy, and it's so true. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll let Bull keep the title. I just got one.
All right, perfect. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Again, thank you for all your hard work, and well, as soon as that article is out, again, we'll pin it everywhere. Everybody, please go subscribe and follow the Medium. Medium is really important because there's a lot of people that do not jump on the AMAs. They don't jump on Telegram. They don't jump on Discord. They don't jump on YouTube. They just find these articles, and we're in the process of again linking it to the actual website. Again, the website's a little cluttered, so we're trying to find a good spot for it. But there will be an actual Medium link on the website, so people can again follow along, even though they may not be in Telegram or Discord, and even if they're not native English speakers or again want to listen to it or read it on their own time. It's really important that we put it out there, and on top of all of that, it's amazing for SEO purposes as well. So yeah, again, LA, thanks. I know it's a lot of work to not only write original content, but to also take a lot of our AMAs and transcribe those as well. So LA is out here doing work. I love it. So thanks again.
Let me just dovetail into that a little bit, AJ, that
Yeah, absolutely, Bill.
we should always, okay, thank you, sir. We should always support our EMP content creators, regardless of the content that they're making, because it's something really simple we can do to invest in our investment. And what I mean by that is we don't know who's going to watch a video or read an article, be it on Reddit or Medium or Discord or Telegram or any of the other social avenues that like EMP is in. So we all need to understand if we all do our own little part to tell our friends or our family or put something out on your social media, we don't know who might see that. So if you think, well, gee, I only have 10 people on my Twitter, nobody's going to see that, you don't know that. And what is assured in life or in an investment or in an opportunity is if you don't do it, you're right, nothing is ever going to happen. But if you try, what happens, you don't know unless you take that opportunity and make it happen. And that's something that is so simple to do to potentially attract more people here and the right people. The EMP is going to change a lot of lives, but there's a lot of people that don't know how to get over here or know about the project in general. So never discount who you are, like as a person, as a content creator or anything, right? Like you have to believe in yourself before other people are going to believe in you.
Well said, Bull. Absolutely. And again, I mean, yeah, our economics are really powerful. Yeah, we have our own kind of ecosystem set in place. But just like every business or every protocol, new users, that's what feeds the growth. So we always want to, again, go after new users. Again, not because it's not because it's a timing thing or, exit liquidity from new people. It's just about growing the protocol overall because the larger the ecosystem gets, the more everybody can win. And again, I know we say that it sounds ridiculous, but the model, the economic model, it really allows for that to happen. So.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Are you ready to go for another question?
Yep, absolutely, brother. Before, actually, real fast. So, before I forget, we did have some more stickers made for those of you on Telegram, and I know a lot of you like the basketball AJ sticker. It's pretty hilarious. So I thought you guys would get a kick out of that, and we're in the process of moving all of our stickers over to Discord as well. So yeah, a little bit of fun. Again, the market's bloody, but we gotta have some fun too. So we got a bunch of new stickers that came out. But all right, Bill, go ahead.
Okay, Don Mack is up and raised his hand, ready to go, I think.
All right, Don.
Hey guys.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, I like you said, I'm surprisingly calm. Yeah, surprisingly calm. But then about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, I got rid of my Bitcoin and my Ethereum and moved it into EMP. So
Well, there you go.
you know,
Yeah, it's a nice
even though it's yeah.
Yeah.
I just told somebody today that hasn't gotten really into crypto at all. I said I'd much rather be in a protocol that I trust, that I'm earning in the protocol every single day, and I can look at that number instead of what the price is doing, because I know I'm accumulating more and more and more every day, and I trust long term that it's going up and
Absolutely.
to the right. So
yeah, absolutely, brother.
yeah.
And we've even seen a short-term recovery a little bit on ETH, even while we've been on this phone call. So and PEG is already
Nice.
starting to bounce back a little bit. And again, I mean, even as bloody as it got, the farms
Yeah.
were they're still paying like 0.25% a day.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, where are you
Yeah.
gonna find that anywhere?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. You know, I got in a couple weeks ago was 0.77. I like that better, but I'm still
For sure.
I'm not complaining about 0.25. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
And so here's my situation. So I put everything in the beginning because I was going on vacation. I put everything in the beginning into the beefy auto vault for the EMP ETH LP, and so it's funny because like it's gone down in value about 30%, but I'm still earning, you know, I'm earning LP. So
For sure.
it's okay. So I'm looking at alternatives, like where to put it in the system now. And one of the things it seems like there's two things that have been talked about that help boost the PEG. And one is bonds and one is nodes. Did I get that right?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. You're on it. Yeah. You're a veteran. You don't even know you are, but yeah, you're 100% right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
So those are two options, and I like, you know, I could do a giga node, and that looks like a discounted price. You know, I mean, sure, things could go down, but still, that looks good. And the other alternative is Detonator, which I had thought about before, which is just move, you know, enough into Detonator every day that I get my 50 tickets, and see if I don't get lucky. And I got like 13 days or so of 50 tickets a day that I could get in with. So how is the percentage on Detonator calculated?
Yeah, absolutely.
How does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, brother. No, I mean, again, it sounds like you, again, even though you've seen a 30% reduction in dollar value, you've built your LPs enough to where, and again, this is another really good strategy. I'm really glad you brought it up. So, the way LP works, I mean, you know, you absolutely can move out of, you know, the auto vaults and go right into the farm, without breaking your LP, because really, you know, as far as what helps the protocol, you know, breaking LP, that really doesn't help. If anything, it hurts it, because now we have less liquidity. But now you're able to earn, you're able to earn eShare, rather than selling eShare, you know, at a low rate. Because again, in the auto vaults, it takes whatever eShare you earn, and automatically sells it, for more LP. So it's actually a really good strategy to move, out of the auto vaults a little bit. Again, we don't want to go too crazy because we still want that buying pressure on EMP. But yeah, if you move a portion back into the farms, now you're able to earn eShare, and that will help the price of each share recover a little bit better too, because there's not a lot of selling pressure. But as far as Detonator, I mean, yeah, I mean, per percentage wise, Detonator is probably the best, or if not one of the best options on a per day basis right now. And again, I mean, it's about 1% a day. It's really hard for me to tell you the exact math because, like LA said earlier, we're seeing a lot more volume during the day, where people aren't waiting until the very end to deposit, and because of that, you're getting a portion of those because we give away 6% of all deposits distributed amongst those that are already in Detonator. So yeah, again, Detonator is really attractive right now, and that again doesn't hurt anything because that LP isn't broken. It's still intact. So
Okay.
yeah,
So I could put some in Detonator. I could put some in the farm without having to break it up, because that's what I was curious. You know,
for sure.
the node looks like a real good return right now, but I would have to break up. I would have to break up my LP
Yeah,
to
no
do
doubt.
that.
And again,
Yeah.
the nodes are really powerful, but only if you're actually buying the EMP off the market to put into nodes. If it's EMP that you already own, again, from a protocol
Sure.
standpoint,
Sure.
from an investment
Strength of
standpoint,
the protocol.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
From an investment standpoint, again, you're free to do whatever you want. That's EMP that you earned. By all means, put it in a node. Rather than dumping it. But from a protocol standpoint, the most impact, the most positive impact is from buying the EMP off the market and then putting that into a node or into bonds.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm not going to do that. So it sounds like my original strategy at this point, even though things have gone down, is just lob some LP from Beefy into Detonator. I'm just lazy, I mean, that's the thing I like
Yeah,
about
brother.
the auto vaults, like I don't have to. Oh shit, I forgot. There's no oh shit, I forgot's going
Yes.
on, and
Yes, brother.
yeah.
Well,
Okay,
and
but I
and
go ahead.
farms are good for that, man, because again, farms can accumulate. So that e-share, will accumulate in the farms. And if you forget a day or whatever, it's no big deal. But if you're in Detonator, yeah, you live and die by that 24-hour cycle, unfortunately. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's okay. I'm
yeah.
in other protocols right now that I'm recompounding 3 times a day. So, and it's so funny. It's only a matter of a couple of minutes, and I still feel like, God, why do I have to do this? So
Yeah.
that's what was nice. That was nice about the auto vaults.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see if I get lucky on the Detonator lottery, and maybe get some e-shares in the farm. So
Awesome,
cool.
Don. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Again, bro, I know you. I remember the first day you were here, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're learning, man. Like I said, you're an expert, and you don't even know it because everything you said is literally, the way I would play it. So yeah, awesome job,
That's
man.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks so much, Rory. I did get a hold of Julius too, about the artwork that he did.
Oh
So
yeah,
we had a
awesome,
little
brother.
exchange.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
he? Yeah, was he? Did he give you some
Yeah, he
good insight?
responded.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I made this energy tool, so he wondered. I sent him a picture of it, and it's the same shape. And he's like, "Well, how'd you come up with that?" So I wrote this big long story, and this,
I I
it's
love
fun.
it.
It's
Yeah,
something I love.
yeah,
All
man.
right, I'll let you get on to other questions, and thanks so much for everything the team and the community is doing. It's like I look forward to these calls. It's like family dinner. Get together for dinner.
Yeah, it is,
And
brother. Hell yeah. Yeah.
all
Awesome,
right,
Don.
thanks again.
All right,
All right,
brother.
brother.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, awesome, guys. Yep, that's what it's all about. Again, everybody taking their own approach and strategies. Again, Don's been here, had the same opportunity everybody else has had. It's about learning the ecosystem, not being afraid to ask questions. Um, and then diving in. So, and again, I mean, yeah, you may see, 20 or 30% pullback on your LP dollar value, but you're still accumulating those LP tokens at the same rate, if not even at a better rate, while the market is bleeding. And then once we recover, the dollar value will literally just completely moon. So, and those that have been around from the beginning, again, I'm sure Bull can attest to this. We had a period of FUD where everything went down, and those that were around for that and built positions, you were amazed at what happened when we finally recovered. So,
I know I'm still amazed every day I look at my balance.
yeah.
I don't know, why I didn't get in like an algo project sooner and learn about it. But the one thing that I always realize and really take to heart is that you take an opportunity when it presents itself. If you don't, there will be another one. So I would always encourage everybody, you don't ape into things, because here we have the greatest resource in crypto. You have a totally transparent team. AJ is on these calls every day. Luna's does 3 days a week. Mike's popping in doing videos talking about some complex thing that I got to watch this video for because I didn't quite get it. So I'm really looking forward to that. So these guys are all working in the background, creating these amazing things. And what that means is we have a lot of opportunity here and a lot of opportunity to do good, to help one another, to learn, make crypto friends because it's going to help you in your journey. And if you do those things, you take advantage of those opportunities. Like the sky is really the limit. The bad actors can't hurt us because, I'll simply point out, like, it was the community that put 500 ETH into the ETH staking contract in 2 days. So 500 ETH in 2 days. That's amazing. It shows the power of everybody banding together to, with the same mission of protecting the ecosystem, to grow the ecosystem, to grow our own bags. Because I think everybody here is seeing the value of what a community can do when they kind of have a unified goal and they're helping one another. And I can't honestly say, like, if anybody is here and they don't um understand like what's here, like, or they're afraid to ask questions, like, get in here and ask questions because there's 10 people just waiting to help. And then like Vino Mystic said over on Discord, people are jumping to answer the questions over there because we want everybody to be successful here. And I know I do. And like I said, I have a number of family members in here that love this because they're on the AMAs, they're listening. Like I said, my niece is making TikTok videos, and she's not doing it. The team is not paying her. I'm not giving her anything. She's doing it because she knows that every little thing she does is an investment in her own investment here. And so, if you believe in yourself and you have a plan, like, you can go so far in crypto. And a lot of people ask me, like, well, you must be really smart. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm truly, like, I am average intelligence. I just happen to be, I love this, but I believe in myself. I believe in doing good things, and I believe in other people and wanting to help other people. And there's a real power in that. And that's why, like, AJ has talked about it, like, and Luna's talks about it too. Like, the power of the community is an extremely powerful like utility or weapon, however you want to put it. But the price reflects, like, the emotion of the community. So, like, don't let other people tell you something is going to fail. If you believe and you make a plan, like, we can accomplish great things here. So sorry, end rant.
No, brother, I love it. I mean, that is exactly, you have a great way of putting it into words. But those are the feelings, 100%. And again, I mean, even though the market overall has been destroyed, I mean, all things considered, we've been killing it. If UST can become unpegged by, more than 25%, I mean, Jesus, it's a war zone out there. So I mean, we're still hanging strong, and that's because of all of you that have the long-term mindset. So I have a time for a few more, Bull. I have a phone call at
Yep.
10 p.m. my time, so I got in about another 15 minutes before I get off, because this is a really important phone call that, again, hopefully it goes well, and I can let all of you know. But it's in regards to upcoming partnership. Speaking of partnerships,
I'm
so
sure it's
yeah.
I'm sure it's alpha gravy stuff. So
It
let's get
is.
on to this next
Yeah.
question. MR is up. So go ahead, MR.
Hi, AJ.
Hey, brother. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Just a question. It's for my friend who's thinking of buying in first time to EMP. What sort of effect does the movement of Bitcoin have on our ecosystem?
Yeah, so I mean, again, Bitcoin is kind of the catalyst, or the Geiger counter, so to speak, of the overall market in general. So as Bitcoin goes down, typically the rest of the market goes down, and Bitcoin goes up, the rest of the market goes up. And really, if you look at the charts, the ETH dominance, which is the relationship between Bitcoin and ETH, about what dumps harder. It's actually been holding up really well, because typically ETH, I guess, is an altcoin, but really it's become its own category now, because anything other than Bitcoin and ETH is an altcoin, and usually if we see Bitcoin bleeding, then the altcoins bleed even harder. So really that's just kind of the way Bitcoin fits into the ecosystem. And again, I mean, I think that a lot of us are ETH maxis, meaning, there's a lot more upside potential to Ethereum rather than Bitcoin. So again, it does factor into, your risk tolerance. Um, there may be a little bit less volatility in Bitcoin, but again, they're not going to get a 2 or 3x out of Bitcoin by the end of the year. So, and again, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? None of us can say. It could all end tomorrow. I mean, we don't know. But again, I think being pegged to Ethereum is really powerful, because there is so much upside potential as well. So, does that help, MR?
Yeah, thanks for that. Just does when Bitcoin dumps, does that I could probably go back through the charts and look at it myself, but does that have much of a relationship with how well we hold peg?
For sure. So really, I mean, again, up until the last 24 hours, we were holding peg regardless of what the markets did. Um, really, if anything, when Bitcoin or ETH drop, we actually drift above peg, just based on buys and sells, because as the asset falls, um, the way the liquidity pairs work, we actually go a little bit above peg, and then as it moons or goes up, then we drift away from peg. So again, it might be a little bit of a longer recovery back to get to peg, especially with the amount of liquidity that we have. But I know a lot of whales, and even all of us that are kind of uncertain. I mean, the best marketing is a green candle. So as soon as we start seeing some green candles again, I think the party is on again, and we'll see a lot more money enter EMP, and the entire ecosystem as a whole. So yeah, I mean, again, volatility is there, but it doesn't really affect peg too much. The actual buying and selling of EMP is what really matters when it comes to our peg.
Hey, thanks for that, mate. You have a good rest of your day.
All right, MR, you too, brother. Great to hear from you. I know you've been around a lot lately, and we appreciate it, man. So, all right, awesome, guys.
Maybe one more question before you take your phone call. For
Yep.
that alpha gravy thing you were talking about.
All right, sounds good, Bull, for sure.
Okay, man. So this one is from Rob99 Ways, one of our EMP content creators. So show him some love. his question is, any updates on the NFT and what utility it might have?
Yeah, so again, we have been toying around with an NFT component. Again, there's been some ideas for a vanity NFT that we would just make for free and give away for free for the EMP graduates. So it's just a cool thing, to collect. That is something that we've been talking about, and then we've also talked about implementing an NFT that is able to again, give you a little bit of relief when it comes to the daily compounding of Detonator. So again, maybe it's an NFT that you have to buy. Those funds go directly to the treasury or to the Detonator reward pool, and in return, you're able to auto compound maybe 2 or 3 days a week. Rather than every day. I mean, the economics we still have to work out. We don't want to give unfair advantage to anybody, but I think that there's definitely a way that we can improve their quality of life um, for a lot of Detonator participants while still growing Detonator overall. So yeah, those are the two NFT strategies that we have right now. Again, we have other things that are taking precedence before that, but that should be something that we can talk more about in the next few weeks and months to come. So yeah, absolutely. And I saw too on YouTube about merch. So yeah, LA was on earlier. We are working on a merch store. So we'll have more info on that when we can. Um, but yeah, that's also in the works. So.
Okay. Well, hey, I just want to say thanks, for always being here and all the stuff you guys are doing in the background for us, and I appreciate it. So I always try to do my little part, like in the channel and co-hosting. I of course I love doing that. So just thank you. I mean, and thanks to the community for always being here and always being positive too. So thanks everybody.
Yeah, Bull, absolutely. And I couldn't do without you, brother. Again, you're my brother from another mother, my co-host. Again, it makes it a lot easier when I have you to rely on. Again, you've been a huge asset. Bull's not part of the team. He does this, out of the love for all of you and the love for EMP. So give Bull a major shout out, please. Again, give credit where credit is due. Bull, LA, all of our admins, all of our content creators. Literally everybody. I mean, if they've helped you get in the protocol or answer your question, remember that, they did that because they want to see you succeed. And that's really why we're all here. So, awesome, Bolt. Well, again, man, thank you. Thanks to everybody. Remember, no matter what the market conditions, no matter what might be good or bad on the horizon, we're always here to be open and honest. Uh, Unfortunately, you can't say that about a lot of development teams. I mean, what other, protocol is going to jump on an AMA and talk that out with all of their, participants, as a family, like Don said, we're all at the dinner table, talking about what we can do to make things better, what we can do to move forward. So just remember that when if there's any doubts in the back of your mind, we're the only protocol that's doing this. So that should again help you see the future and what we all want to accomplish. So, all right, awesome, brother. Again, Bull, thank you. I'm gonna wrap it up, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow, everyone. So, good night, good day. We'll see you tomorrow.